me chair. Okay. So I'm just hanging out today. I don't know how long I'll be on, probably like 2 hours. What I'm shooting for. I want to try to get 2 decks done. Thinking spiders and angels currently. It's 2 separate decks. Spiders and then angels. But so yeah. My camera's like freaking out. I moved it on my motherboard. It seems not to like it. Give me just a second. Let's see if that looks better. So that's a no. Oh, I have to refresh. Okay. Better. I don't know if it'll freak out. Oh, still is. Oh, I'm sad now that my camera's like. Yeah, it's like laggy. Oh, that's just my whole computer though. That's slowed it down. Okay, I think I put everything back to where it was. I have to refresh it every single time. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta keep moving. See that? Seems like it's a little glitchy still. Guess that's just how I have to do it for now. I don't know why. I'll have to play with it a little bit to see why it's doing that off stream. Let's just get into it. Alright, I'm gonna do spiders first. So I have 2. Those are both valid in the deck so far. Mostly because those would be the... I kind of want this for more. I like more options rather than trying to restrict the deck to limited amounts. But... Spider... Commander... Spiders... Alright. Let's see if things load. Why aren't those loading? Oh, there goes. Okay, so those are new. Only one of them's Fallout, though. Glint Weaver. It's kind of cool. I'll add that one. what was this one again? Glintweaver enters the battlefield, distribute 3+1/+1 counters, going 1, 2, or 3 target creatures, then you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Okay, that's kind of cool. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Hard-hitting question. Underground Mortuary seems kind of cool, but I'd rather have one that gives me not Surveil, but what is it called? The one that makes it so you can put it at the bottom of your deck rather than in the graveyard. I like how many spiders have reach. There's an elf spider, that's funny too. Alright. Reach whenever opponent casts an instant or court sorcery, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. Arasta. Or no. Ooh, I own her. Or him. Not exactly sure on that one. I mean, technically they're all not, like, they're spiders, but... Okay. Rot Widow pack, reach, exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. Then each opponent loses 1 life for each spider you control. That's an iffy one to me. I'll put it in there. Rot Widow pack. That's hard to say. Rot Widow pack. Twin Silk Spider. Twin Silk Spider enters the battlefield. Create a 1/2. Use a lot of these. Create 1/2 creatures. All creatures attack each combat if able. Whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, put a +1/+1 counter on it on this card. I don't know if I want to make, so I lose red if I don't use this as my commander. Whatever. It's got Death Touch and Ward 2, gives other spiders Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage to this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except there's a food token or food. And it loses all other card types. I think I'm gonna make the decision. I said that as my commander, and we're doing a black-green. So that means I don't get this one. Reach whenever a creature or opponent casts a spell, create a 1/1 green insect. Yeah, I don't really want it anyways because I want spiders. When This card enters the battlefield. You may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. When this card dies, you may gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. If you do, exile this card from your graveyard. Okay. Skyfisher Spider. For each when this card dies, create a 2/4 black spider creature token with reach. Ooh, I have that one already too. For each whenever this card deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 black spider creature token with menace and reach. Okay. Chant creature whenever, or chant player whenever a non-token creature enchanted player controls dies, exile it, and you create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. Curse of Clinging Web. Clinging Webs. I like going off of types. Spider spawning, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach for each creature card in your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Spider spawning. These are cheap cards too. I didn't check to see if I wanted. Oh, that one's repeated down here. Reach. When this card enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, but 3 1/2 green spider creatures with reach on the battlefield. Okay. I think that's actually kind of decent. So I would need to make sure I would have to cast. It's card type, so a sorcery, creature, maybe a land, artifact, something like that. Is it that one? Yeah, it was. That's a $4 card. That's nothing in comparison, though, to other cards that I'm buying or planning to buy. So, dang, this card's got 2/7. Oh, and it does a lot of damage against flyers. My friend has a dragon deck, so this might be a good thing for me to have. So Clash Spider. That's a cool Planeswalker. I'll get there though. Chain Web. Arsenier. Reach when this card enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to the power to target creatures with flying opponent controls. Also just does 1. Unless I have something that escape before other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Oh, okay. So this is one you want to get killed. Chain web. Or a non-creature token creature. Not whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, exile it. Put a creature card exiled with this card on the owner's graveyard. Put 2+1/+1 counters. That's kind of cool. And X1 and black. Put target creature card with mana value X exiled with onto the battlefield tapped under your control. Okay. Shelob? Oh. It's the same as my commander. Was it was the child one? No. That's the one that's my commander. Shelob? It's that one. It's an $84 or 84-cent card. Cool, with the same style. I'll worry about styles of cards later. Doomweaver Reach. Soulbound. You may pair this creature with another unpaired creature when either enters the battlefield. They remain paired for as long as you control both of them. As long as Doomweaver is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has, when this creature dies, draw cards equal to its power. Doomweaver. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that means. Because if they're paired, does that mean that they die together? So one dies, the other one dies? So okay, let's look at this Planeswalker now. When a creature dies, you put a loyalty counter on this card. You draw a card and you lose 1 life for 0. -3, create 2/1 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. You get an emblem with a -8. You get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by one or more creatures you control. If that player lost less than 8 life this turn, you lose life equal to the difference. Or they lose life equal to the difference. Okay, so they guarantee to lose 8 if I do that. I'll add it, but I don't know if I'll keep it. It does say spider, so. Do I have white? I don't have white. Search your library. Yeah, cultivate. Deadly Recluse, I actually own. I know I own that. Watcher in the Web. Reach, this creature cannot block, or can block creatures with flying. Okay. Watcher in the Web can block an additional 7 creatures each combat. Okay. Flash, Cascade, Breach. When this card enters the battlefield, put 3+1/+1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Sweet Gum Recluse. Oh, I have that too. Okay. Different style, but nice. And then I put that in there. I'm gonna look at other things first before I choose one. All creatures get plus or get -1/-1 until end of turn. Destroy target creature. Regenerate each creature you control. Destroy target creature. Target permanent. I don't have white. Create X. Right? I don't have white. Yeah, it doesn't mention any other colors down here. Create X 1/2 green creature or spider creature tokens with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by non-spider creatures. Arachnogenesis. Yeah, spiders don't cost a lot, but some of the supporting cards. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Cosmic Hunger. Cosmic Hunger. That seems like something I have. Nope, nope. How many of those have I put in here? Just 2. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Target creature, planeswalker you don't control. Oh, that's similar. Oh, I just can't do it to a battle with bite down. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Heroic Intervention. I'm just curious. I don't have it. Oh, that's why I don't like that. Put that on the sideboard and say maybe on that one. I'll have to rewrite the whole thing though, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. It might as well just make a whole new deck. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. Putrefy. Oh, I own that too. Right, sorry. Target creatures you control. Fight target creatures you don't control. a treasure token. Terminate, destroy target creature. Can't be regenerated. Can't use that anyways, that has red. Let's see. For instance. Untap target creature. Until end of turn, it gains hexproof reach. And whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals target damage. Right. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals damage equal to its power to up to one target creature. That's an interesting one. Oh, that's an interesting one. How do you spell it again? ESAN. Tactic. Oh, I have that one. Choose one, destroy target artifact, or destroy target enchantment, exile target card from the graveyard. You can have a decent amount of instance. Any sorceries. Rampant growth. Choose your library for 2 basic lands. Reveal those. Put one on the battlefield tapped and the other one in your hand. Okay, I'm thinking there's a few things. Soul Ring, Command Tower, yeah. Swafubuze. Can I put Farseek? And Rampant Growth. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Create a food token. I mean, I have to add it. It says spider food. Got a lot of ramp there. Oh, that's good. Kindred Dominance. Kill everything but spiders. Target creature you control fights target. That's a good one too. Bushwhack. Ooh, I own it too. Alright, I think I'm done with those for now. Grab keep, look at the top card. If it's a card type, you may be able to put it in your hand. Herald's Horn. I put that in a different deck. I think I put that in my vampire deck. I gotta draw a card too. Yeah, I put that in my vampire one too. Vanquisher's Banner, I believe. Yep. There's this incubator is also a good one. I don't have a lot of high stuff. I like high mana stuff though, do I? Oh, I do. I mean, might be a wise idea to put a Urza's Incubator. That's expensive. Throw that over there. Don't know if I'll put that in there yet. This is started off pretty cheap, so I think I'm gonna try to keep it cheap, but gotta read some of these other ones. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, put a charge counter on this. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1 for each charge counter. Door of Destinies. Boxing ring, that's kind of cool. How many of my creatures are black? Or mono black? I have 1, 2, 3. So this might be useful. Oh, you have to fight with something with the same mana value though on the boxing ring. Creatures you control are every creature type. Same as trooper creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. That's kind of cool. You may play lands from your graveyard. That'd be good if you have like sacrifice ones. Conduit. Conduit of Worlds. Might do that. Beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. When you cast a creature spell, you may pay green. If you do, draw a card. They put Rona's Monument. Spell that wrong. Which one was it? Weird. I'm about to play around with this, I'm guessing. Okay, I can make some food tokens. And gain life or green. Enchanted creature gets +0 +10. That sadly I don't have white. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated at the beginning of your end step if enchanted power is creature power is 4 or greater. Destroy this card. Oh, it's got white. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. A creature with defender can attack this turn as though it didn't have defender. Creatures you control get +0 +1. Assault formation. I spell that wrong? No, it's assault formation. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have riot. Enter the battlefield with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Oh, that's red. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, you may draw a card. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Tribute to the World Tree. It's a $10 card. It's only a $100 deck so far. There's a green card I want to put in this deck that, like, every time someone casts a spell, I get to look at the top of my card, or top of my library. Wilderness Reclaimed. Or, yeah, that thing. Depending if your draws type, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand, draw on this turn. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand, draw on this turn. For each of those, pay 4 life or put that card on the top of your library. Okay, so it's kind of like a scry almost. That's what I was talking about earlier, it was a scry. Spider Umbra. Creatures you control have had 1 mana of any color to your... I'll have to balance this deck a little bit because I think I'm putting a lot of non-creatures in here for the amount of stuff that I need creatures for. Cryptolith. Okay. Go. Not put any more planeswalkers because none of them say like spider. Utility lands. Swarm Yard. Regenerate target this next time. The next time it would be destroyed. Instead, tap it, remove it from combat, and heal all damage to it. Swarm Yard. So I do know I want... I want a Rolitary Tower. Golgari Signet. I don't own that one. Might do a Commander Sphere. It's a good way to get both colors. Mantower. Path of Ancestry. Since I'm doing it, especially when you're doing like one type, it's very helpful. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Woodland Cemetery. Evolving Wilds. I spell Balrog. No. Or yeah, but it fixed it for me. I especially want ones that'll go search for things since I can get them back with a different card that's in my deck. Jungle Hollow. I think I have that one. Was it ID Landscape? Exotic Orchard's probably not a good idea. Terraformic Expanses, though. Haunted Mire, I feel like I have. So I'm gonna try. I don't. Unclaimed Territory might be a good one. That might be a good amount of lands, because I can fill the rest with basics. Stone might be good. Oh, do I want to do a Reliquary Tower so I can get a maximum hand size? I don't know if that's a big thing. Shire enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a generic creature. Tap an untapped creature you control, create a food token. My deck's mostly green. Go back to creatures because I want to reach hexproof from blue. When this card is dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green Saproling. This die is created 1/2 creature token. First strike. Oh wow, Ancient Spider. Oh, it's white. Brood Weaver. When you cast a spell, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. You may put a green permanent card with command less of X on the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever this card deals combat damage to a creature, put a -1/-1 creature, or -1/-1 counter on that creature. Whenever you put one or more -1 creature, each opponent loses life and you gain life. Obelisk Spider. Death Touch whenever Mirkwood Spider attacks. Target legendary creature you control gains Death Touch until end of turn. Ruins Recluse, I definitely want. Reach and Trample. From the graveyard. Battlefield tapped, it gains it. If this permanent would leave the field, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control. I don't really like the shapeshifter stuff that much for theme decks. Tap and untap spider you control, search your graveyard or library for a card name. Put on the battlefield attached to creature. Did I put that card in my deck? Chant creature can attack or block, and its activation can't be activated at the beginning of the end step of a chanted creature. Creature's power is 4 or greater, destroy. What's the point of that? just shuffle your deck? So if I just don't put it in my deck, that's fine. And this is the big guy. I'm gonna put the spider in there, but I don't understand why you would want. I'm gonna put that over there just to. Not exactly sure why you'd want to do that. Pale Recluse reach. Oh, it's got 8. Reach. This card gets +1 X+X until end turn, where X is the number of creatures you can cards in your graveyard. Only can activate it once per turn. Grave Robber Spider. Oh, it's only until end of turn anyways. Sky Snare Spider. Do something real quick. I want Forest. I want Swamp. Let's put this at 15. 5. So make that 6 for 32 lands. I don't know how many lands I want right now. Let's see. I won't do Infect because I don't like Infect. I can do Juvenile. Ah, can you spell that? For each one, this card enters the battlefield, you may make 2. Oh, I know why you'd want to mill cards. Is that 3, 4, or the other ones? 1, 4. But I need a way to get creatures back, which I don't think I have. Vile Spawn. NYX Weaver. Oh. Oh, that one is blue. I can't use that. I can use this one. There's a lot of spiders. Stinger fling spider. Kind of want to do that one. I already did juvenile. Kessing Reliculus. Web spinner cuff. Put up to one other target creature from your graveyard on the bottom of your opponent's library. Hoarding Recluse. Enters the battlefield. If it was kicked, destroy target creature with flying. Netcaster spider. Sounds kind of cool though. Acid web spider. Then net casting. I do have that card. Sentinel spider. How many creatures am I up to? 30? I need some way of getting the spiders back. I need to figure out a way. Oh, I wish I had green. Growing ranks would be a good one. I need some way of getting back creatures. I just don't know. When one of your opponents successfully casts a creature with flying, Hidden Spider is an enchantment. It becomes a 3/5 creature that can block creatures with flying, and that counts as a spider. Hidden Spider. City of Death created treasure token. Create a token that's a copy of a target non-saga token you control. Interesting. Only 5 away from making this a full deck. I just need some way of. Again, I already said this. Return it to the battlefield under your control, then return battlefield transformed. Oh, that might be it. Journey to eternity. Eternity. That's a decent card there. Destroy target non-land permanent. An opponent controls your library for a forest card, put it in the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle creatures you control gain death touch until end turn. It's not a bad saga. I already own it too. Give me some land drop, I guess. Binding. Finding the old. I'll be able to put that in there. I'll have to look up some other cards to throw in here. That's a black or green card. Reliquary Tower, I might put it there. I don't know if I'll have that big of a hand. Reliquary Tower might work. Too bad that's not a spider, otherwise I'd put that in there. I already made an exception for a planeswalker though. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If this spell is kicked, exile target non-land permanent instead. Tail swipe. Fog. I think I'll add Fog. Looks like a decent card. Do I own one too? the one that I was just doing. Sacrifice all lands to your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield, tap and shuffle. If you control a creature with 4 or greater, instead of your library for up to 3 basic land. Put them onto the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. That seems kind of good. I might put that in there. $99 cards. Second Harvest is pretty nice. Choose a creature type, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards from the chosen type, where X is the number of creatures you control of that type. Put those cards on the battlefield and then shuffle. That's Kindred summoning seems kind of cool. How many instants do I have? I have 7. I'm gonna do Second Harvest. I have a lot of draw. Got a mill. Might have to change up some of this to make it a little bit better. These aren't expensive though. That's a legal deck right there. It's only a $162 deck too. I'm gonna start the Angels. I don't know if I'll finish it though. All right. MTG Commander Angel. I had 2 cards. I don't know which one I want as my commander though. I do want a 4 color, I think. ATRA. A. Oh, the other one's the voice. ATR. TRAXA. For now, I'll make this my commander. Very expensive commander. Everything but red. I think this deck's gonna be expensive though, because the commander alone is $25. Chaining creatures. Creature has whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +6, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. Flying, vigilance, and haste. Whenever player attacks with 3 or more creatures, you draw a card. I can't use red though. Oh, it's not legendary. Oh, I chose that as my legendary. There's my commander. So it was all colors, but vigilance at any color or legendary creatures you control have vigilance. Whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to the creature's toughness. As long as you have at least 7 life more than your starting total, the creatures you control get +2/+2. That one, right? Yep. Flying, first strike, lifelink. Other angels you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. Ira Dawnbringer. I'm also doing white. I might wind up with a different commander, depending on what cards I wind up throwing in here. Angel spells cost 2 less. It's a cleric, though. It's a human cleric. I'm going angel here, so may pay white and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Oh, wow. Spura. Sephara. Skyblade. Flying you, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. So that's green in that one. There's white and green right there. Is there a 3-color with green and white? No. Or 2 with a red right there. Black. Might go red and white. Attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Flying first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to the player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or permanent you control, prevent half that damage or round it up. So I would have to switch my commander because it doesn't have red in it. I'd have to go to either. Oh, I can have black in it too. I do that one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Remove. Remove. Material. That is now my commander. A-U-R-E. Shoot. The war leader. Gisela. Blade. Did I spell it? Oh, I said that way off. J-I-S-E. L-A. There you go. Herald of War. I gotta read this one real quick. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. That's actually pretty good. This card attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Angel spells and human spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each +1/+1. This angel deck's gonna be expensive. Those angels are just expensive. I don't have green, so I still can't use that other one. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. So I could go green, white. Oh, I could do this one. Buying whenever Kalia of the Vast attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. I mean, I'm gonna add it. I don't know. No idea of which one I want. I kind of like that. But both do pretty good things. Yeah, Swords of Plowshare and Path of Exile, of course. Flying Vigilance, activate abilities of creatures your opponent controls can't be activated. Both of these have all activated abilities of all creatures your opponent controls. You may spend mana as though it was mana of any color. Oh. I spelled that wrong. It's plow. And then Path to Exile. I put that in a different deck. I don't know which one though. Oh Yeah, that's gonna be expensive. Is it Angel of Hope? Yeah, it is. Cultivate, I don't have green. When you cast this card, you may return target angel or human card, creature card from your graveyard to your battlefield, flying in vigilance. It's gonna be a pretty heavy white deck, I think. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If that land is a plains, you may return it to the battlefield instead. Flying, whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, you draw a card. Whenever another player attacks with 2 or more creatures, they draw a card if none of those creatures attacked you. Fireman Commando. That's kind of a cool card. Lifelink and flying. When you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Archangel of Throne. These are expensive. I have 17 cards and it's already almost more expensive than that spider deck. And I don't even know how many cards or how many creatures and stuff I have. Types. Yeah, I don't own a single one of these cards. This is gonna be a white heavy deck. I will have to really look at these. Some of these I don't actually know. Oh, I have that one. I do have black. I could probably use it. Okay. So I'm definitely going to add that. ERAD. Yeah, because I own that. Vampire Angel. Whenever you gain life, this card gains indestructible until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1 and then white or black. When you do return target when you do return target creature with the mana of X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Okay. I kind of like that one. The fact that Weeping Angel doesn't have flying is crazy. I have a red, don't I? I do. BASAN. Throw that in there since it's some red. realize there's a lot here, but there's so many to choose from. Beginning of your end step, if you gain 4 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 Valkyrie are okay. Baseball Valkyrie. Oh, that's a cheap card. Shocker for angels, like. Youthful Valkyrie. Another angel enters the battlefield under control. Put a +1/+1 counter on this one. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 5 life this turn, create. I actually own that one. I own both of those. Weird. As this card is untapped, creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless their controller pays 1 extra for each of their creatures. As long as Archangel of Tithe is attacking, creatures can't block unless the controller pays. Oh, okay. Abilities of creatures your opponent's control cannot be activated. Enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, so they don't lose any life, but I gain. At the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 life more than your starting total, each player Angel Destiny attacks this turn. This is the game. Oh. There's a battlefield, you and creatures you control. Protection from the chosen card type. Angel Despair. At the beginning of each combat. Wow. Angelic. That wasn't it, right? No, it's okay. Some of these are cheap. As long as you control your commander. This card gets +2/+2 and your creatures you control have vigilance. Sunburst Angel enters the battlefield, destroy all tapped creatures. Oh, Sunblast. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land from the graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana of 3 or less from your graveyard. If you do, it gains when this permanent is put into the graveyard, exile, and you gain 2 life. When this creature dies, you may return it. Wrathkeeper. You reach combat until the end of turn. Each creature you control gets a +1/+1. If it is flying, +1/+1. That's first strike. And so on. So for double strike, death touch. Oh, that seems kind of crazy. Exile up to 3 target creatures from the battlefield and creature cards from your graveyard. Return the deck exiled cards to their owner's hands. Each opponent who attacked the creature this turn can't cast spells. Acromo. Oops. "25 creatures so far. Angel of Wrath, okay. I think I'm good with creatures now. Let's see, I'm gonna do command tower. Probably an arcane signet. Soul Ring. Utility lands. Oh, I need that because on my old deck's Angel, so. Let's see. grab KP. Control 7 or more planes. You may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Embria. Skyruin. Choose a color, add your mana pool. Go to the devotion to that color. Ooh. These are getting expensive. Decks are already expensive. This card, see if deals 4 damage to a target attacking or blocking creature. This ability casts unless a legendary control. That's a naughty card, but it's also expensive. NYK. Might have to add that to some other decks. Commander Sphere. Timeless Lotus is cool too for ones that you decks you have at all colors. Marble Diamond, do I have that? I might actually have that. I do. Path of Ancestry. I kind of want to add this lantern guy. It's good for multicolor stuff. Lands you control have add 1 color mana of any color. Chromatic Lantern. Yeah, I own one, but I'm putting it in a different deck. What are my 3 colors? I think it's that, right? Yeah. White, black, and red. Nomad Outpost or... Oh, that's a $14 card. Oh, because it's a mountain, plains, and swamp. Where's this one? Isn't it? I'm gonna put the swap. Sylvari? Is that right? No, Noir. think that's it though. I'm just gonna put one in because I want to put more. So I need a swamp, mountain, and a plains. Pretty equal right now. When I don't need to be, I shouldn't be. Add 10. Let's add 4 of those. 6 maybe. Bring that to 16. Might do barely even need 2. I don't want to go up to 3. I don't need more because I only can do 6 and I already have other ways to get red too, including in here. I put in the wrong one. I'll put the outpost in for now. Get me to 32, which is now 66. Till the end of turn, angels you control have destroyed target creature power less than the creature's power. Angels you control gain double strike. Fajar. Ooh, I own that too. When Rampage, the Valkyries enters the battlefield, create a 4/4. Okay. Whenever an angel you control dies, each player must sacrifice a creature. Rampage of the Valkyries. Too. I own a lot of these actually. Creatures you control have haste. Whenever a creature with power 4. Oh, that's green. I can't use that. Beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 life this turn. Angelic Accord. Double the pair in pairs. An opponent would begin an extra turn. That player skips the turn instead. Whenever an opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, draws their second card each turn or casts their second spell each turn, you draw a card. Wow. Dawn of Hope. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. As this card enters battlefield, note your life total. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than or equal to the last noted life total. Then note your life total. That's a decent card. Kind of cheap too. Flowering the White Tree. Seems kind of cool. Creatures can't attack you unless their players or their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. When a creature enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Ghostly Prison. This deck's mostly white. Creatures you control have double strike and lifelink. True Conviction. I do have a lot of life gain in here. I could throw Sanguine Bond in here. True Conviction. Oh, it's S-A. To add its abilities. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. When this card class becomes level 3, return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. You gain life equal to its toughness. There's a battlefield with a hope counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, remove a hope counter from Dawn. If you do, draw a card. Or kind of sacrifice and you gain 4 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Wow. I'll do Dawn of I'm gonna do Angelic Chorus. Directing creatures your opponent controls enter the battlefield tapped. I think I have one of those. Yeah. Debtor's Kneel. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's not what I wanted. Darkstone Mutation. So was that enchantments? And since I have 2. Each words. That guy. Destroy target creature enchantment. A planeswalker, its controller creates 2 map tokens. Target creature phases out. If the spell was kicked, each creature target player controls phases out instead. If you control a commander, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Flawless Maneuver. Breakable Formation. I like that card. Choose a color. White creatures you control gain protection from the color. Okay. Brave the Elements. Fracture. Exile target at our end. Like I'm just adding that for fun. I don't really want to add it though. Sorceries I don't really care too much. Farewell. Cleansing Nova. Throwing some fun little destroy alls here. Herald's Horn, of course. Is that what it is? Colonel? Or... At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 life this turn, create a 3/3 white. Exile the book, put an enlightened counter on a target angel. It gains. You can't use the game, and your opponents can't win the game. The Book of Interesting. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. I really like these cards. These certain artifacts I just like putting on all the decks. Beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting life total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life. I might put the One Ring in here. It's a $70 card now. No shot. Pearl Medallion is nice. Expensive card, or relatively. I mean, it kind of is for what it does, but when you gain life, you may pay X, where X is less than or equal to the amount of life you gained if you do draw X cards. You look at the top of your library at any time. You may play the top of your library. If you cast that spell this way, pay life. Oh. It's not a bad card, but I don't know if I want it. Creatures you control flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, and protection from black and from red. If you gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. If you would draw a card, except for the first one, you draw on each turn. Each of your draw steps, draw 2 instead. Sure, why not? I realize I have like almost no equipment. As first strike. Equip creature attacks. Create an angel with flying. Moon Silver Spear. Almost made a dragon, or made an angels deck too. I mean, that's not bad. It's like $300. I was expecting a worse one. I was expecting it to be a huge amount. Oh, planeswalkers. Creatures you control with flying get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Create an angel. Flying vigilance. Choose one target creature. +1/+1 counter on it. Among flying, okay. Create 5 3/3 white angel creature tokens with flying. As long as it's your turn, creatures and players you control have lifelink. Create one soldier. You get an emblem if you control creature damage that would be reduced your life total to less than 1. Reduce it to 1 instead. That one. It's a ELSP ETH. That one. Get some planeswalkers in there. I don't use a lot of them. Beginning of each opponent's end step, if you don't lose life this turn, you may put a quest counter on this. Create one. Activate this ability only if it has 4 or more quest counters on it. That's an expensive card too. Court of Grace. When Court of Grace enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. If you are the monarch, though, I gotta create angels. Court of Grace. Oh, I didn't see that. Entreat the angels. Entreat the angels. For angel warrior, creature token with flying and vigilance of this creature. If the spell is foretold, create X of those. During your turn, you may pay 2 and exile this card from your hand face down. Cast it on a later turn. Lord's Verbogast. Stern Helmet Unleash. That's a pretty cool card. Ruinous Ultimatum. Is that it? How is it? Yeah. I just added something I didn't want to add. Ruinous Path. I need one more card. I like how many enchantments, so maybe land tax at the beginning of your upkeep. If an opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for up to 3 basic lands, reveal them, put them on the battlefield or put them into your hand, and shuffle land tax. Sure. Why not make it more expensive? Land tax. There it is, 100. Made 2 decks in 2 hours and 17 minutes. Because I did finish the other one, didn't I? I also don't remember if I cut it slightly short. I didn't. 100 as well. This one's cheap though, so that's cool. The Angels one's not bad. These will help me against some dragon decks, which is what I'm looking for. I'll probably make this spider one pretty quick though, because it's only $162, and I have it. Not a decent amount, but oh, okay. 22, 23 if I count, if I want to bring that in there, but that's not bad. I mean, I have lands, so for those, which I didn't balance that all too well. Probably gonna go down a swamp and go up a forest. I don't know how many forests I threw in here. $16. I can look around, see what I can do. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next stream. I'm gonna try to start streaming more. I keep saying that, but really trying. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.